Love is carefulness. Carefulness is love. Welcome to another episode of Self-Employed Success Secrets Weekend Edition with me, your host, Marcus. On today's episode, we're going to talk about carefulness, okay? But before I go into carefulness, let's talk about why carefulness matters, okay? Simply put, carefulness matters because it prevents bad things from happening and it allows good things to happen faster. Let's discuss a personal example. For example, this past month, my cell phone bill was supposed to be $35.54, okay? Because I was not careful. Okay, I'm not perfect. I don't want to present a perfect image on this channel. Because I was not perfect, I had 1 gig for $35.54 because I wasn't paying attention to the Wi-Fi, and there's Wi-Fi literally everywhere. I ended up having to pay $52.98. Now you might be thinking, oh, that's only like $17. $17.44. But remember, as I talked about one of my previous videos, that life is a game of inches, okay? This is a very important thing to consider in your life, okay? I just say all this to say is that carefulness counts, okay? That is the main purpose of this video. What I like for you to take away is that carefulness counts. Simply is that, and I'll get more into like the precision of the statement carefulness counts later on in terms of you being self-employed, okay? This is a channel that's dedicated to people that are self-employed. Stay tuned. I'll give you some details on how you can take advantage of being careful while being self-employed, okay? Here's another example. Back when I lived in Georgia, probably 2016, 2017, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have done this too, is that I lost my keys. I locked my keys in my car. I was in a rush, and just a key statement. Bonus tip for success is never worry and never hurry, okay? Those things are not gonna help you to become successful. And remember, on this channel, we define success as living the life you want, financial independence, peace of mind. Those things seem to be success for a lot of us and would be successful for me. Well, anyways, back to the story about leaving my keys in the car. I left my keys in the car. And I probably lost like 2 hours of my day. Just crap. I have to get someone to come help me just out of pure just not being careful, okay? Think yourself on this Saturday. In what areas of life have you not been as careful as you should be, okay? When I was coming down to sit on these rocks, I had to be careful, okay? So let's be full of care and be careful, and remember that love is carefulness and carefulness is love, okay? So if you're self-employed, you're an architect, or let's say you are a notary, whatever you do, being a 1099 contractor, whatever it is you do, how does carefulness matter to you? And I'm going to tell you, back to that statement, carefulness counts. Carefulness counts to you because of the money side of things, what you really want. A lot of you all have become self-employed because you want more money, okay? I'm going to tell you how carefulness counts in 2 very important areas, okay? It counts with pricing, and it counts with just keeping track of the money that comes into you, okay? Back to my original example of how I went from going from owing $35.54 to $52.98 on my cell phone bill because of just a lack of carefulness. You got to be precise and careful with your numbers to really know where you're trying to go, okay? This is why when you're self-employed, it's where carefulness counts, where you got to keep track of every penny. If the pennies didn't count, pennies wouldn't exist, okay? That's just something to think about. And also with pricing, okay? When you price things, a lot of people have problems with pricing. When you price it, you got to remember that you got to keep track of, you've got to account for the immediate cost of what you're selling, okay? The labor that went into it, if you do a service, or how much the product costs. And then you got to figure out the selling in general and administrative expenses. You have to cover the selling, general, and administrative expenses when you price your product. And also, you got to have a reasonable profit left over for you. This is why you got to be careful. There's 3 things you got to keep track of your self-employed, right? I want you to be successful, and I know that these things are hindrances to people, okay? And the first place to start thinking about it, like the word cash, okay? If you're self-employed, you probably operate from your checking account. You can't spell cash without carefulness, okay? Everybody wants more cash, okay? But a lot of us are not careful, okay? Let's think to ourselves, how can we be more careful? I'll tell you a secret. We can be more careful by being just slower in how we do things. Okay, remember, never worry and never hurry. These things do not help you or serve you in any way. When is rushing helped you, okay? When is worrying helped you? Or when is being slow and deliberate helped you? It's probably helped you in a lot of ways, okay? I'm not saying you're devoid of carefulness. I'm just saying that we all have areas in which we can improve, all right? So I want you to have the money you want, the life you want, but a lot of that has to do with carefulness. Remember, there's a lot of things you've got to do. It's a full spectrum of things you've got to do to be successful. And that's perfectly okay. As I talked about in a previous video, pretty much if you want a good life, all you have to do is combine discipline with details, and you'll be in a good spot. You know, just mental discipline, financial discipline. If you do these things, you'll end up where you want to go. It's really not that hard. It's very simple, but it's hard to execute, okay? Simple means it's easy to understand. Hard means it's difficult to execute, okay? You can definitely do it, all right? So just think about when Monday comes, how can you be more careful in really everything you do? Because guess what? Carefulness counts, okay? If you enjoyed this video, please share it with your friends and family. I post videos on every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday on my respective channels to help you. And lastly, as always, unsuccessful people, they make decisions based on their current circumstances, okay? I'm tired. Remember, successful people live their lives from the neck up. Unsuccessful people live their lives from the neck down, okay? Based on, oh, I'm hungry, or my leg hurts, so I'm not gonna go work out, whatever the case may be. But the caveat, successful people, you make decisions based on where you wanna be, okay? Make decisions based on where you wanna be, and understand that carefulness counts, and it will prevent bad things from happening, and it will allow good things to happen faster for you. Okay, thank you so much. Bye.